think there are 3 points we want to make from the side of the steering group. The first one, really, we want to say we are really amazed and very pleased, not amazed, but very pleased how far we have come. And the seminar really, the past couple of days, have shown us where we stand, how far we have come since the whole initiative started. And we must say it's very impressive how much momentum there is, how many projects all around the globe are now implementing the standard, working towards the standard, and taking it forward more seriously. I think, well, 2 years ago when we met, we were hoping for this to happen, but no one of us would have bet some money on it that would be at this point today. So it really shows us we are on the right track, we have come far. Second point is we are still on a learning curve and a rising curve. So we have made a lot of progress. Are working towards the standard, but there's still a further way ahead of us to spreading the standard further, rolling it out further, to further projects, to further donors, to further agencies. So there is still a lot of potential for going further. And the third point is that we, as a steering group, are really committed to support this way further. We really believe that there's a great potential in it, and we really see it as a backbone activity and initiative of the DCED.
Well, I'm a member of the steering group for results measurement, and so this conference has, of course, been a milestone. We had 100 of people coming from the practice, talking about good practice, and if I look now back to the objectives we have actually in this group, I think the conference has been an important event, and it also shows us where we stand. Where do we stand in terms of developing the standard as such, the methodology? Here, I guess it's pretty mature already. It needs a little bit fine-tuning. We got this feedback. We have to tidy it up, but there's not much to do. Maybe we can also work a little bit more to make the standard more applicable in other fields like business environment reform, TVET, and so on and so forth. So there, not much is to be done. If it comes to the dissemination and capacity building element, here I think we we have a greater agenda to fulfill. Maybe we have done 40% of what we would like to do at the end. So we have to reinforce our own efforts in dissemination the standard and also in capacity building. Capacity building on the top management of an agency, actually on the operational staff, but of course also we have to look to the capacity building market. So we have to create also a market with the economic actors of this market. This means trainers of trainers. And here, I think, yeah, facilitating this market will be a major task for the future to come. The other one is still dissemination means of a product always needs at the end we have to pack it maybe a little bit different. We may even to think we have to name it a bit more attractive. Now, donor standard, this sounds not very nice for a government. Maybe at the end it has to become a standard which is known to the world in the global development community, and so might become an ISO standard, 9000-7 or whatever. At least we have to keep this vision. The third working stream is building up an audit industry. Audit institutional setup. Here we just started, and I'm not worried, I'm not nervous on that, because the market is still very slow. We have now maybe have 2 handfuls of mock audits, we have had 2 free audits, and so this takes still more time actually to build up an industry, a market, and it takes time. We have to be a bit more patient, and a market usually you can facilitate, but it only takes up if there is actually also activity out there and the demand is not there yet. And so the strategic vision we should keep, but the efforts now go much more on capacity building and dissemination of the standards.
So the question is, where do we go next? The seminar that we had has generated, we just finished the seminar, and it's generated a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of interest from many different stakeholders, from donors to programs to consultants, and the question now is how we go forward in a way that is participatory, continues to enjoy the participation and input from all those groups, but at the same time doesn't get bogged down in trying to reconcile all the views and opinions. So we have an analytical process that we have in mind, we have research, and then coming up with a proposal to develop the whole market for good monitoring practice, how we stimulate good supply, good demand, and bring the two together, manage the growth of the market overall.